Alright, let's get set up here as we get the stream together, and let's switch over to cam 1. Switching it up, different angle. We have the front cam over here, which is my standard webcam. You just saw the top-down droid cam, a little bit of an overhead bird's eye view, and then I also have a new angle with the top-down over here. So bear with me, I did notice that there's a slight resolution change on, I think, scene 1. And for some reason this scene is cut off. So let me just quickly pick this up. But how's everyone doing today? I know it's been a while, life's been super crazy, but let's get caught up as we get through the stream. We're going to be doing some reboxing, unboxing, and part swapping tonight, so a whole bunch of different elements of collecting. And might have some friends talking about some video game sales that were going on. I know Red Dead 2 is on sale. I picked up some Capcom games through a bundle, more of like a beat 'em up and platforming bundle kind of thing. But if you're in the chat, say what's up, and we can get to it. I know that there's a couple things like I mentioned, and I pretty much listed everything off to the right, my left, right over there. You see a list of different things that we're going to be doing today, which are, again, reboxing. We have the Marvel Legends Wolverine action figure, which you see right over here, and Figure Shield. Figure Shield is a collectible company that allows you to cover up the retro cards, which is kind of cool. Let me know how the desktop audio is too. I think it's maybe a little high at 60, but I'm going to turn that down right now. Let's get it down to, I don't know, 45 or so, and then my audio is at 80% or so. But first time I'm using my DJI wireless mic over here as well, so give me a heads up to see how the audio is sort of balancing out, because it has been a while since I've streamed and I got a whole bunch of new stuff. But as I was saying, reboxing this Marvel Legends action figure. Let's show this a little closer. This Marvel Legends action figure, we are going to be putting this in a Figure Shield, which is an enclosure. This is actually signed by Cal Dodd, the voice actor from the Wolverine 90s cartoon and also X-Men 97. So I want to keep this one well protected. And aside from the reboxing that we're going to be doing here, we're going to unbox something over here, which has been kind of sitting on ice as well. This Spider-Man 2099 action figure by SHF Figure Arts. I did do a couple quick unboxings with the Miles Morales Across the Spider-Verse figure and this Gwen that you see on the bottom over here. But I actually have a custom head that I just received, so we're going to put that on here, and that kind of segues us from unboxing to part swapping. So this custom head is an unmasked version of Miguel O'Hara, and it is a more of a screaming kind of grimacing face, so we'll see how it works with this. And then last but certainly not least, a couple more part swapping pieces. I mentioned this Miles Morales SHF action figure just for fun, and because we're going to do the part swapping with the SHF 2099, I wanted to see how these Steph Curry kicks work on this figure, and if they do the Curry Flow 9 Under Armour shoes. The Sentinel version of the Miles Morales, as the younger version from the first Spider-Verse movie, did come with some non-licensed J's, and this is a larger body, more of like a teen body compared to the kid body. So I kind of wanted to see, I might need some blue tack or something to get these shoes on, but we're going to save this for last. So starting line action figure I picked up in Hawaii actually, a couple months back in January for, I think it was like $7 or $8, which is a crazy deal. I ended up picking up a Luca as well when I was in, where was I? Kansas City a little while ago, maybe 2 months ago now. But I guess we can kind of get started with the reboxing. The reboxing, as I mentioned, it is for this retro card Marvel Studios X-Men 97 Wolverine action figure signed by Cal Dodd, which I got signed at the Toying Around ToyCon. Shout outs to Kevin. Yo, you're the man. And I also have some figure shields for you because I did place an order, a bulk pack of 5. So the figure shields, I'll move this over so we can take a look at that, are plastic clamshell enclosures to keep your action figures safe. So I actually haven't opened this box yet, so we'll see how this is a learning experience for everyone all together. And as I mentioned, if you are tuning in for the first time, let me know how the audio is working out. I have not balanced anything since, again, I'm using the new DJI mic, wireless lav mic that you see right over here, and also a brand new computer, the top down. This is the Osmo 3 that you're seeing from above. Let's get these out of here. So it looks like they're all just loosely packed. And what do we have here? A shipping label from the clamshell pack. So this was, again, $36, $18 shipping to get it over to me here in Canada. And let's take these out of the box. But again, they are 5 clamshells that Figure Shield sent to me. Not for free. I had to pay for these, and I needed to pay a Canadian shipping fee to get these in here. But again, I really wanted to ensure that I was protecting the signed copy. See if I can snip this open here. Cut this open. Yeah, my signed Wolverine. So cut into it here. And finally, there we go. She's free. These are the back plates of the Figure Shield, which are just plain. You can see the Figure Shield logo on the bottom here. A little FS in the shield to collect and protect. You can see that on the bottom. And you have a recycling code here. Visit figureshield.com. And it's a nice weight of plastic. And then you have these little FS logos on the top over here, which is kind of cool. So there's 5 of these. And once we get through, you then have your full front this open cavity over here to drop in the action figure. This one has a little slip into it, but I believe this one is the MBT1. Let's double check. They are the MTB1 clamshell design over here. So we're going to take this, just one of these front clamshells. Again, similarly, it does have that Figure Shield logo on the very top, and then a little clear area on the bottom. Sometimes, again, there's just some extra plastic beneath the action figure to give it some clearance. So we're going to set this aside. We're going to set these aside here too. Yo, what's going on, Twinsy? Thanks for tuning in today. Good seeing you and the family earlier on Andrea's phone, or maybe May and Andrea's phone. It was funny showing off the toys with the kids. But yeah, I'm getting this Wolverine action figure, that one from the X-Men 97, in a case. What's going on, Heather? Thanks for joining the stream. All right, let's get this out of the way. How's your X-Men collection coming along, Twinsy? I know you were picking up a couple, and then I noticed obviously there's a dinosaur collection there, the Mario collection. I miss Target, man. That's a great place to shop. But here we go. This is the first segment again of today's stream, and it's what I'm calling reboxing. Because we're literally, putting this in a case. So again, what this is, if you're just tuning in right now, this is the Marvel Legends, Marvel Studios X-Men 97 Wolverine action figure by Hasbro. I had the pleasure of meeting Cal Dodd, the voice actor from the X-Men original 90s Fox series voice actor, and he's also the voice actor for the X-Men 97 cartoon now. So Cal Dodd, awesome, super nice Canadian dude, was at the Toying Around TOYCon a couple months ago, and I had the pleasure of meeting him and getting his autograph that you can see here on the screen. Again, this is completely unopened, you know, pretty much mint except for one little nick on the bottom over here. But in any case, the main thing that I want to preserve is that signature that you see on the very front over here. So that's the whole reason why I looked into something like the figure shield. I found figure shield online, and again, there's these two parts that I have over here that are going to keep this bad boy safe. So I'm going to go ahead and just place this figure shield backing down. Again, it's printed backwards so you can read it that way, so I'm just going to put this down right over here, and then the action figure card goes right into this back slot, which is perfect. You can see how it's lining up exactly around these edges over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the front, and I think it should be just as easy as, you know, pressing everything together, just like any other, you know, plastic enclosure. I'm going to go ahead and press every side here just to make sure that it locks in. Still trying to find that Wolverine and Rogue, then I'll have the complete set. Yeah, man, if I see them in the wild, I'll let you know, but I honestly haven't seen them either. So I know it's a hunt to get that type of stuff, especially because it's been out for a little while now. So here we go. Pretty much here is the Wolverine action figure. There is a little bit of extra space you could see. You know, I'm going to say about an inch or so from the front of the plastic insert to the actual shield itself. But that's because there are larger figures that do, you know, pop out a little bit more. A good example of these I actually can show you here. Here's a perfect example. This is the Spot from Across the Spider-Verse, and this is the Jessica Drew from Across the Spider-Verse. And you can see that when you compare them side by side, the Spot is much thinner, just to make room for the body type of the Jessica Drew, and then especially the hair, her afro that kind of hangs back. So you can see how, you know, there's more depth when it comes down to this particular, you know, enclosure. So, you know, this would still work in the figure shield, you know, even though, you know, it is a little bit larger. So it's kind of cool that, you know, they've already factored that in. But just kind of show, I know that also the Spider-Man 2099 has a larger, you know, body to it as well. So here we go. This is pretty much it. You know, nothing crazy to it. Really simple. You know, it just gives me a little bit of peace of mind to know that, you know, my signed Wolverine action figure is, you know, not collecting dust. It's literally like within here. Hopefully, again, it'll you know, protect it from any damage or any types of damage or scuffing and stuff like that. The one thing that I would say to be mindful of is you don't want to lean this face down. Simply being that you know, potentially the front of the plastic would come into contact here and maybe cause some smudging in the front of the window. So in any case, you know, I'm holding it up. You know, it's holding pretty well. So I don't see any issues here. Let's see. Oh, actually, look. One thing that's kind of cool is the way that the front clamshell is designed. It actually overlaps the perimeter of the plastic card over here. So I just noticed, even though I'm kind of tipping it sideways, it's not actually falling forward, which actually makes me feel a lot better, and actually looks a lot better designed than I actually thought before. So here you go. That is the first part of the stream, which was, again, reboxing, again, taking this retro-carded Marvel Legends action figure with this Wolverine action figure and putting it in the figure shield. So figure shields you can buy online. Again, if you're shipping to Canada like I am, there is a custom charge. I did have to pay about $20 or so to get it to me, but, you know, well worth it, especially, you know, a signed action figure from Cal Dodd, the voice actor from the Wolverine Fox cartoon and the X-Men 97. So again, if you have any signed action figures, especially on this, so this works for Marvel Legends, for the Black Series, Star Wars action figures and stuff like that, this is something you may want to consider. I ended up picking up a 5-pack just in case, I end up running into any other celebrities that, I want to get my stuff signed by, so that, again, I can protect them for long-term use. So I already have a dedicated place for it, and you'll see me move it right over here. I have a little easel in the background over here, and I'm going to put it back where it used to be. I think it's going to fit, or maybe hopefully it will. Slide this forward, and then slide this back up. And seems to be holding. I'm going to put Optimus Prime in front of it just in case, but it looks like it's doing its job. So that's where it was before, but now it's in a figure shield case, and that concludes the first piece, which is, as we mentioned, it was the reboxing. So reboxing, just kind of a play on words, because a lot of people do the unboxing and taking the action figures out, which is a good segue. After we've done that Marvel Legends and Figure Shield installation, the second piece that I wanted to get into, as you can see on my left, is it left? Yeah, right there, unboxing. Unboxing the SHF Across the Spider-Verse Miguel O'Hara action figure, which is something that I've been looking for a little while. I know that there is there's the Marvel Legends version, which doesn't have much with it. There's a new Marvel Legends version that's going to be coming out as well, with the unmasked head. This figure is by SHF, and it actually comes with an unmasked chill like Miguel head. He also has his little wristband to kind of jump through the Spider-Verse, and it actually comes with an additional wristband for Gwen. So that's something that you can put with the Gwen SHF action figure, which I looked at a little while ago. Where is she? Right over here. So this wristband or accessory from the 2099 works with her. So maybe we'll spend some time and put that wristband on her just for the crew today. But otherwise, yeah, let's get into this Spider-Man 2099, because there's something else that I have with this, which we'll get into after that. Next chapter would be part swapping. So I did get a custom Miguel O'Hara unmasked head over here, which I'm happy to share with you. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll learn together. But in any case, let's go ahead and unbox this Miguel O'Hara. Let's take a look at it real quick, because again, it is the first time that I'm taking a look at this action figure. I know it's been out for some time now, but again, it's the Across the Spider-Verse version of Miguel O'Hara from 2099. You get a little bit of text on the very top, a little photo on the bottom, some cool poses on the side, and then of course all these additional poses that you can see over here, showing you that it comes with the web effects, it comes with the unmasked head, the wristband for him, the wristband for Gwen, and a cape. But let's go ahead and cut them open, shall we? And if you're joining just right now, again, we are doing a little bit of everything. We just finished up what I called reboxing. That was putting a Marvel Legends action figure in a plastic clamshell case done by Figure Shield. Now we're moving into the unboxing, which is this figure right over here. So let's see how he looks.
We should probably talk about some salad and some barbecue and the cookout.
What's going on here?
Thank you so much for giving me a plate every summer.
I noticed that there's like some audio that is rotating through the background. I thought it was going through like a lo-fi playlist, but it looks like it's just going through some other stuff. Let's pull back and get you some other stream beats and stuff like that. Just a second. And if you're just joining the chat now, say what's up. What's up with everyone on this Labor Day? Sure. Let's go with some lo-fi Animal Crossing, shall we? Who needs to monetize? Let's just go live with some chill beats. All right. So the Miguel figure over here. Let's take this top piece off. So quite a bit of goodies that you see in the tray. First and foremost, you have the Spider-Man 2099 body. You have some open hands. You have some clawed hands. You have the Miguel O'Hara head. You have his wristband. You have Gwen's wristband. This fixed cape, which I wish was like some kind of sheer like cloth fabric. I'm pretty sure someone has already created that as an aftermarket accessory anyway. And you have a short and a long 2099 web shooter, and then this little picker piece, which is usually to kind of, usually to grab. There's little fine pieces in the very back for action figure stands and stuff like that, flight stands. Or sometimes, again, articulating eyes and other little small parts that are hard to get to. But let's take him out. Let's take everything out, shall we? We'll take Miguel out first, or Spider-Man 2099. This looks pretty damn good. I know that, one thing that this has that the SHF UArts and some of the other figures are lacking are all this, the texture that you can see, on the action figure itself. You can see, everything around the face, the chest, like those shoulder grooves and all this stuff over here. Everything pretty much across the entire body has this like nanotech, style of paint and molds to it, which is kind of cool. And then he does have this plastic piece over here to protect from the paint rubbing. I'll remove that in just a bit. But we'll pause for now on the action figure, and we'll get into it in a little bit. I'll put him down. Let's measure him really quickly first, too. So on this new cutting mat that I have over here, I can kind of place him exactly on the bottom. And you can see that he is just over 7 inches, probably 7 1/4 tall. So he's not a small figure by any means. We'll go ahead and take out some hands. These are those open hands that I mentioned. So some good texture and paint detail to these as well. I'll put these off to the side. Excuse me. Sorry, my cat's going nuts. Pickles is maybe jealous of the fact that the stream has my attention versus her right now. But again, if you're just tuning in right now, say what's up. We put the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wolverine in a figure shield. So that was the reboxing we did. Now we're moving on to the unboxing. So here we go, some clawed hands, and you can actually see the claws on the fingers there too, which is kind of cool. So we'll put these aside. This is our Miguel O'Hara head, unmasked head. So again, something that the Marvel Legends and some of the other figures are lacking. Put this here. Little wristband bracelet. I don't even know what they call it, but it's basically what Jessica Drew and Spider-Punk and Miguel and Peter B, what all of them have to travel the Spider-Verse. Then you have this cape, nice webbing on the inside, a little bit of web detailing on the back side, not as prominent as the inside. And now we're getting into the smaller bits here. This is the large web shot. It just goes into the wrist. Put this here. Get the small web shot here. Put that aside. This picker piece, as I mentioned, and I'm actually going to use it to get Gwen's wristband out of the plastic tray. Just like this. There we go. So hers is much tinier than Miguel's. We'll put them beside each other for scale. So you can see quite a bit difference in both of these here. So you want to make sure you don't lose this tiny little piece. All right, now that we're organized, let's move this tray aside and let's get a couple things going on here. So this pegs into his back, it looks like, and so it looks like this piece comes off. So I think you could use this picker piece to separate the two. And I keep calling it a picker piece, but I don't know if that's the actual word. You can see that this side actually has a little bit of a groove, or like a sharper kind of piece there. I think it's called a spudger. That is used to separate electronics and stuff like that. So this is essentially the same kind of thing. So let's try and remove this back piece together. There we go. So that lifts it off cleanly. And that exposes this socket in the back. And you can see that this side has the peg and that upside down kind of like chevron arrow kind of design, and then you would peg this in like so. And now he has a cape. But let's get this out of the way. I just kind of want to show the cape to start, the largest piece. Let's put the stacking on here before it gets lost. Alright, now let's remove this plastic piece. Again, this plastic piece is to stop or avoid the paint rub. There is that red paint, you know, and blue paint, I guess, beneath the torso. So, you know, with enough wear and tear over time, potentially this whole kind of area over here and this area over here can experience some like paint rub, or just kind of ways that it would sort of chip away. So, you know, when they ship it, they put that little sleeve in there. But let's take a look at Spider-Man 2099 here. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, you know, excellent sculpt in regards to, you know, having all these nanotech kind of lines, you know, going around the entire figure, which is really cool. Paint job seems to be pretty good. I'm just trying to see if there's anything, you know, spilling out of the lines, but everything seems to be pretty solid. So happy with that so far. Let's see what the range of motion of the head. His neck goes down, neck and head go, you know, down pretty far back, right down forward, and then let's go back. And he looks up pretty nicely as well. So his head doesn't swing back because it does come into contact over here, but you know, considering like this amount of looking up and looking down, it's pretty good to me. There's a little bit of side to side, and head can swivel, of course. Working our way down, you have these butterfly joints, of course. Nice and wide. You can see again how it tucks away and then pulls out. And that's a pretty nice way to kind of, you know, get these shoulders, you know, lats and stuff like that coming out. And the lines are pretty cool. They line up, you know, well enough around this area over here. I do wish that the blue shoulder ball was actually red, because it does kind of stick out. It doesn't kind of stick out, it totally sticks out. So I wonder again if anyone has gone and actually painted those to try and match the red shoulders and everything else. That's kind of a miss to me. Then you have the ability to just tilt up to get into your T-pose, just like so. You have your bicep swivel on both. Let's check out these elbows. Decent double jointed elbow. And the forearm also has these ball joints, so you can move your wrist up and down. And then, of course, these are the fist hands, which come, it comes with two other sets of hands, being the open hands and the claw hands. So let's move down to the midsection over here. There's this torso area, as I mentioned. Again, just got to be wary of, watch out for paint rub, but otherwise, it's painted through inside, so there's no real gaps. Everything lines up really well. When you're holding it like that, you could hardly tell that it's even a separate, upper body from the abdomen over here. And then let's check out this waist area. So it looks like he comes out a little bit. There's this area in the back where they usually kind of put the branding, over here. So little slight gap, in the back, and that's as far as he can crunch forward, so not too much. Let's try swinging it back, and that's pretty much as far as he goes back. And then you have these kind of like ball joint kind of hip areas, which all the Spider-Man figures have. You'll notice them on a lot of the Dragon Ball 3.0 bodies and stuff as well. So let's see, he should be able to swing up pretty high. Okay, and let's bring that back. So his leg comes back significantly, and that's kind of cool because his pretty much like that butt flap kind of thing that he has over there ends up kind of rolling forward with him. This part over here, you can see how that just tucks in all the way through. I know something that some of the people don't really like is this kind of like thong butt kind of thing that he has, which is kind of like a meme in the action figure community. But honestly, it grants him the ability to do like a full bend like that for a really dynamic pose if you really wanted to, which is something that the Moff-X and some of the other action figures don't really have that kind of design around there. Keep moving down. He has the thigh swivel, of course. Let's see what this knee action looks like. Bring this back. Good double jointed knee, and then your ankle tilts. You have a toe tilt. And do we have, yeah, we have some ankle rocker action over here. So pretty solid figure. I guess another thing to kind of be mindful of are these kind of like blades that he has sticking out of the forearm. Like, they seem pretty solid. So I think that if he was to tumble from a high enough distance, there's a good chance that these may snap on you. So I'm going to say that, you want to watch out and make sure that you don't, have this guy freestanding, probably put him on a flight stand in a glass case so that you don't run into any of those issues. So let's go ahead and swap out his head so we can see what the Miguel head looks like on. So there you go. That came out pretty easily. Probably loosened it up when I was doing the neck posing earlier. Again, ball peg and the socket. We'll put that in here. And now you have your Miguel. Just chill. You know what I mean? Just kind of like being a bro. And that's pretty screen accurate from what I can remember. And let's go ahead and switch out his hands. And again, if you wanted to see his height, this line over here, let's call that the 0-inch mark. That's the 8-inch mark, so you can see how he comes up to, again, well above 7 inches over here. And let's give him some chill hands. really surprised with, you know, the amount of neck motion that this dude has and how far he can look down. It's actually pretty impressive. A lot better than I thought it would, which is kind of cool. So we'll have him kind of posed. Looking pretty good so far, right? And what I want to do is, because again this face is a little muted, you know, it's really chill, it's not really intense. I wanted to switch over into our next section, which is again part swapping, and that will also make use of the clawed hands. So the clawed hands, of course, you know, make you think of more of an attack pose. So the extra new head that I picked up actually has more of an aggressive look and feel to it. So I thought that it would be appropriate to bust it out now. So putting all of these aside, let's go ahead and open up this custom Miguel head. So I'm hoping that it looks good. I haven't seen it except for the renders online. So we're all learning together here, folks. Again, say what's up in the chat. Let me know who's here. And the moment of truth. Extra foam. They gave us some white sticky tack, just in case we need help securing it. And oh yeah, look at that. I mean, you can't really see it right there, but let's take it out of the box, because this looks crazy. This looks crazy. It's crazy how much a head sculpt can change the dynamic nature of an action figure. And let's take a close look at this. Look at this bad boy. This is crazy. Amazing detail on that face, the fangs, like all the wrinkles on his face, those painted light eyes. The hair kind of sweeping back, and then you can just see again that exposed cavity up in the middle over here. And let's compare them to the original. Again, this is the custom, and this is the original. So again, significantly different, especially in skin tone. This guy's much lighter. This dude is definitely spent some time in the sun. You could see that their eye color is practically identical, but you know, this dude is, you know, someone you don't want to mess around with. One thing I also noticed that there is some light paint fading kind of around the hairline. This one is pretty crisp, which is, you know, crazy in comparison. But otherwise, their hair, his hair is a lot more chunky. You could actually see the strands on this guy here. So I think they're good for different reasons, but you know, specifically this head, again, I wanted to basically add some you know, dynamic nature to this body. So again, it doesn't match the neck tone, which is unfortunate, but again, with some sticky tack, this just goes right on top. You can see that he has a custom head on now. So you can get him into, I think there's probably some dynamic action poses here on the box. Maybe we can kind of borrow from here, or maybe let's do a forward lunging kind of pose. Again, this is where, you know, these specific hands with the claws out, you know, I think come to life a lot more with a face like this one. Like when he's literally lunging towards Miles, you know, and trying to catch him. Something like this, maybe. But yeah, look at how nuts that face is. Again, for comparison, if you're trying to see what we're working with, if you were to put this inbox face on the figure doing, you know, a crazy lunge, it's a completely different vibe. Like, this is not menacing at all. Like, he looks like he's gonna try and actually give you a hug or like something, whereas this dude's like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. I'm literally gonna drink your blood because I'm basically a spider vampire. So yeah, this is, again, the main difference is the fact that, you know, the paint or the skin tone is off. But I don't know enough about Spider-Man 2099 or any of the 2099 Marvel stuff, to be honest. But I know for sure Miguel O'Hara, I guess he's Spanish Spider-Man from the future. So, you know, I don't know if he's supposed to be more tanned and be more like Afro-Latino or darker Latino, but this dude is definitely lighter in skin tone. So, very, very different. What's going on, Kevin? Good to see you, man. We're just taking a look at some custom head sculpts here. This is the SHF in-box 2099 head, and this one, I can't remember if it's 5K Toys or somebody, but this one is a crazy aftermarket head that I wanted to kind of put on this 29 body, and I finally opened it up. So I opened it up for the first time, and something that you missed, dude, I actually brought up Toying Around TOYCON a little earlier, the figure shields. I finally took out the figure shields, and here it is. Switch it up. Here we go. We'll do a top-down view. This is the figure shield with the Cal Dodd signed at the Toying Around TOYCON. So again, Cal Dodd, for those who don't know, is the voice actor from the X-Men Fox cartoon and X-Men 97. Kevin, Toying Around, again, one of the best Canadian toy YouTubers. He hosted his own event called the Toying Around TOYCON here a few months ago and brought Cal Dodd out to meet, you know, and greet. And I actually got a chance to talk to Cal to get my Wolverine X-Men 97 figure signed. So it's been sitting on my shelf for a little while, and I wanted to protect this. It's the first time I ever actually got anything signed, I think, from anybody at a Comic-Con or something like that. So again, got this at the Toying Around TOYCON, shipped this in from, I believe Australia is where Figure Shield is made. So Kevin and I, we went splits. We got a couple of these figure shields. So I'll be getting a couple over to him because I know he has a bunch of Star Wars and Marvel Legends retro card stuff. So I think that this is awesome. One thing, Kevin, I was telling the peeps is that, you know, it is pretty deep to accommodate, you know, larger figures like the Spider-Man 2099, Jessica Drew, and other ones like that. And it actually has some extra room here. And I was worried about the figure falling forward, but the perimeter of the blister pack, the clamshell top, actually presses the side of the card down. So even if I turn it sideways, he doesn't actually come into contact with the front, which is absolutely incredible. So yes, you do need to get these from me. So let's plan to either do another Kanji Queen or some type of toy get together, but these figure shields are legit. So I still have 2 for you. Let me know if you need more, but otherwise, yeah, I have them in a box, and I'm gonna put him back on, we're gonna put him back on the shelf over here. I have a little easel. I'll slide him in here and put him on the shelf here. And I do have my KO Optimus Prime there for some extra weight to make sure that he doesn't slide off, but that is where he's been living for the last little bit, and definitely have a lot more peace of mind knowing that the figure shield is around that. So again, shout out to Toying Around. If you guys are new to the channel and new to his channel, definitely check him out. He's part of, he has his own channel, of course, Toying Around, where they do Unboxing Thursdays every Thursday, so make sure to tune in. Also, while there's Star Wars programming, he and the Boba Squadron, they get together and they talk about things like Mando and the Acolyte and all the awesome stuff as well. So make sure to give Kevin Toying Around a follow when you get a chance. He's a homie from the Greater Toronto area and doing awesome stuff for the toy community. So make sure to show Kevin some love. Let's put this away right now because we're in the part swapping segment. And the other thing that I wanted to do after going through all of this Miguel goodness is trying to see if the shoes from this Steph Curry figure, if they work with the SHF Miles Morales. So we'll see if rather these actually link together. So I know obviously, you know, Miles likes his J's, but you know, his action figure didn't come with any shoes. So we'll see again if the starting line kicks work there. I have the Steph Curry and the Luka. So those are the two. That's at least the Steph I'm going to try today and see if it works out. But I know that there are some people that actually get aftermarket J's and other kicks for their figures as well. I think that's a good question. I wonder again if anyone in the chat knows if the Mafex made two separate Michael Jordan action figures that came with different shoes. And then there's also a LeBron, one or two LeBron figures as well. Does anyone know if those Mafex shoes work with the action figures or not? So if you know, let me know in the chat. And what happened to the music? Where's my DJ? I think. There we go. All right, so now we're in reboxing mode. I didn't get a chance to showcase these, you know, actually mounted on the wrists, but basically again, these circles here, you take the hands off the wrist pegs and then you shoot out. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do that because I got to change these hands anyway. These clawed hands, we're going to go back in the tray. How, tray? How, tray? Get this in here. This part piece. And there. Oh yeah, we gotta do Gwen. So I guess we're not done with Miguel just yet. But we will do a couple more things. So first thing is let's go ahead and mount those spider shot pieces like so. I don't even know how he shoots them. Does he shoot them like Venom across like the top of his forearm, or does he shoot them like Spider-Man through the wrist? I feel this is more natural. Something like that. Something like that. But I don't think I need to do the other one. You get the picture. You know, you just kind of add that, you know, the circular part of the spider shot, string shot, web shot, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what Miguel uses. I think it's nanotech. But if someone knows, you could also let me know in the chat. Put this. Is there a special way that this goes in? Maybe like that. They are super thin, so be careful. They look pretty fragile, as the French say. Fragile. Let's get these wrists back on. All right, so let's get ready to put him back to bed. Let's get everything all situated. All right, so Miguel will be parked to the side. And again, this is the little, tiny little Gwen wrist Spider-Verse traveler thingy. That's the official name. I googled it. Yeah, right. Just talking smack right now. Now let's try that little wrist traveler thingy just to see if it works with Gwen, and I don't see why it shouldn't. It's exactly what it's advertised to do. And how's everyone doing on this fine Labor Day? Alright, here's our girl Gwen over here with the Converse kicks, everything like that, and there's that super thin wrist peg. So what you want to do is take that piece off, and this little dude goes on here, and this goes back on. And there you go. Gwen has her little wristband on to travel through the Spider-Verse. Taking a look to make sure that she got her steps in. Get her to dab. Maybe not. There we go. I'm just messing around now. I got that accessory again. This wrist Spider-Verse traveler thingy comes with Miguel. You can see he has one right over here. So if you want one for Gwen, you got to pick this up. Or I suppose you can 3D print one yourself, which is always probably one of the coolest things about this day and age. Literally being able to create your own accessories and stuff like that. You can get tons through people in Toronto. There are a lot of Canadian people in the Canadian toy scene that do stuff like this. Definitely check out people like my boy Raymond Figgy Smalls. He does some awesome props like crates and barrels, and he does all kinds of major dios. But you know, if you want smaller props, you know, for the background of your collection and stuff, take a look at some of those as well. And then for other dio builds, you know, there's my buddy Shay, who works with Titan Toys, and they do some custom dio builds and commissions and stuff like that too. But there's no shortage of you know, ways to kind of customize your figures. It is a niche community, but there are lots of different options. I know again, Kevin toying around, one of his buddies, High School Creations. They have the Wall XD system. There's, you know, for people that are looking for, you know, more compact kind of sets, maybe what's the company? Extreme Sets might be the one for you. They're pretty much, you know, printed cardboard, you know, but they do get the job done if you're looking for something. There's Crashbox Customs, which I've done. Got a couple commissions done by them as well, for more like concrete and brick walls and stuff like that. But yeah, these are all, you know, other aspects of, you know, aftermarket sales and products that you can get. similar to this, you know, Miguel head. You know, they're not officially licensed, and you won't be able to find them at a Walmart or a lot of, you know, usual toy shops. But again, Instagram is really big, Etsy is really big, lots of different ways to get additional, you know, props and custom things for your collection. So feel free to drop questions in the chat or shoot me a DM if you ever have any questions, and I can help you narrow down, you know, some people in the community that you might be useful for what you're looking for. And we're getting into the final chapter, which is, where is it? Is it there? No, there. SHF Spider-Man Miles Morales Curry Flow 9 Under Armour shoes. What do I mean by that? Again, we are in the part swapping segment of the show. And this is the Miles Morales from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which released last year. I believe they're reissuing him. So the latest one in this line that we got, which I still haven't cracked, is the Spider-Punk, which he's brand new. Shout out to Titan Toys for hooking this up. Speaking of Titan Toys, I got a partner program going on with Titan Toys. So if you're interested in collectibles, like things that you're seeing on stream right now, you can go to Titan Toys. That's Titan Toys with a Z, .ca. Is it .ca or is it .com? Let's Google that, shall we? We got time. TitanToys.com, actually. Maybe we can pull this up real quick too. Let's create, as we go through, let's do this. Let's drop on this really quick, just for fun. So Titan Toys, you can see that Spider-Punk action figure, and we can go up to, let's see, Spider-Punk. There he is, $125.99. This is actually the price with tax. So they put the pricing, you know, with the HST already included. Yo, what's going on, Matt? Hope you're having a great evening. We're just going through some unboxing, reboxing, head swapping, all kinds of fun stuff. And we just got to showing some Spider-Punk, and I was just telling people that I picked mine up from Titan Toys that you can see over here, because again, I am part of the partner program that they have over there. So anyone that uses the promo code TOYBACON gets 5% off their purchases. Not off your first purchase, just any purchase, unlimited purchases. Make sure to use the promo code TOYBACON to place your order with Titan Toys. That'll get you 5% off this action figure over here. Let's do some quick math. Let's see. So this would be around 120 bucks, 119.69, so 119.70 or so for this action figure. Again, that's taxed in for this Spider-Punk over here. So we got it from Titan Toys. If you're interested in picking one up, then that is my go-to suggestion, because again, you will save 5% with the promo code TOYBACON. So make sure to take a look at that. But we'll get back to the action figure portion of the segment, which we are doing some part swapping. So I mentioned, I took a look at the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales action figure. Again, this is from Titan Toys. And then we have the Steph Curry action figure from the starting line. Picked this up in Hawaii in January, and these were on sale at a TJ Maxx. So the real purpose of bringing this figure out was to show and test a little part swapping, which is what we're going to do here. So we're going to take these Curry basketball shoes off. So these are the Curry Flow 9 Under Armour shoes, and we're going to set them aside over here. And then we're going to take Miles out of his box. And I know, again, obviously Miles wears J's, but we are going to test out and see what we have here. What happened to my droid cam? Just a second. There we go. What's new and exciting with you, Matt? Thanks for joining today. All right, let's bust this open. Flip these guys around. Looks like the eyes flipped when I closed the tray last time. All right. Grab this. You can see that both action figures are about the same size. Let's see how they are in height over here. So Miles is just about 6 inches. Let's get Steph's at least one shoe back on, just to see how he measures when he's standing upright here. So they look about the same, pretty much just about exactly 6 inches on the mark over here. So let's take a look at that. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up some side menus here. All right. So we'll unpeg the shoe one more time. So we have the Steph Under Armour kicks here. And then again, you have Miles with these tiny little feet. And again, pretty significant difference in size. But we may be able to finesse this. So let's see if we could take a shoe off. can see first and foremost that it is a noticeably shorter peg in comparison. You look at both of the shoes here, but just about the same width. So I wonder if it would catch if we put this, try and put this on. And sure enough, it works. I mean, like, it's a little loose, but you know, Miles is rocking the Steph Curry kicks, so confirmed. You can put on starting line kicks on Miles Morales. You heard it here first. Well, maybe not first, but you heard it here. Just trying to work this piece off. Put this back on. This one looks a little different. This peg is certainly not only shorter, but I believe it's significantly thinner than the last one, because this one does not stay on at all. So definitely we'll need some sticky tack or something like that to hold, but you could still fake it and have, you know, Miles in these Steph Curry kicks if you really wanted to. There he is. So it works. Again, just a little bit of sticky tack around that flimsy joint, and you're good. Alright, let's go ahead and take this off, and now you can see them in comparison, how the right one is definitely wider than the left. And that's probably just to, I wonder if both of the feet are also made a little bit wider and narrower, and sure enough, this one is narrower, this one is wider. So maybe that's to ensure that when they're manufacturing or assembling the action figure, to help with maybe some of the quality control, so you know, you don't end up with two left feet. That's my theory. All right, so there we go. Put this guy back to bed. Snap everything back into place, and we can get them back into the case for safekeeping. I haven't found a home for all my Spider-Verse figures just yet. There are quite a few. The original Spider-Verse figures, I have the Marvel Legends Gwen, I have the Sentinel Miles, I have the I have my Peter B. Parker. I have the Spider-Ham. Prowler is right here, actually. And then there's the new stuff. So from the new series, I also have the Jessica Drew. Oh, also from the previous one, I have the Spider-Man Noir, which I got to unbox as well. So get Steph's kicks back on. And we'll add this here. All right, so we did a bunch today. We did the figure reboxing, so that was getting the Spider-Man, or sorry, the Wolverine rather. Let's grab this guy again. Let's do a little recap. We put this figure shield around the Wolverine action figure. Again, this is my signed copy of the Marvel Studios X-Men 97 Marvel Legends Wolverine, signed by Cal Dodd. So you can see this signature over here that I got at the Toying Around ToyCon. So we put him into his case for safekeeping. Again, figure shields, first time buying them, but they are awesome. Put this back on the shelf over here. Or you can wait 5 or 10 minutes. Just wrapping up. So then after that, we got into the Spider-Man 2099. So Spider-Man 2099, another SHF action figure with Miguel O'Hara. Comes with 2 different wrist joints and one for Gwen. So we did that, and we also did a head swap. So not only did we use the unmasked Miguel O'Hara head here, we took a look at this aftermarket Miguel O'Hara head, which I think is awesome. The detail on this is just incredible. The lines on the faces, the fangs, the eyes, everything looks literally right out of the screen, right out of the movie, which is really, really cool. And then we also did the part swapping that we just showed you with Steph Curry, right? We took this Spider-Man Miles Morales action figure, this starting line Steph Curry action figure, and we took his Curry Flow 9 Under Armour kicks over here, and we put them on Miles not too long ago. So pretty much a little mix of everything. Reboxing, unboxing, part swapping, all parts of the toy collecting and hobby kind of community. So if you enjoyed this, I would appreciate likes, comments, of course, on the YouTube videos, and a subscribe would be even better. If you're watching on Twitch, then would love to get some new followers on Twitch as well. But otherwise, I'll be trying to get back into active streaming every Monday, sometime between 8 and 10. I know this one ran a little bit long, but that's because I started later today. But again, trying to stick to the 8 to 10 time slot for a Kicking It with Kuya Kix interview, TOYBACON unboxing segments like this, or even gaming sessions through playing Super Smash Brothers and other types of titles like that. So would definitely appreciate your support. And a lot of new things coming about. Switching up some of the angles too over here, I can talk through. This is my standard webcam, which you can see, and that's pretty much, I'm on my standing desk looking straight. Put up a couple new things. I brought the McFarlane Akira bike, put that up on display. I have this LED of Sasuke, because I started rewatching Naruto Shippuden. So you see that he has his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and the Rinnegan Eye over here. I also have a Sage mode, Sage Kurama mode Naruto one that I got to put up somewhere. And then also the second angle would be the droid cam, which I've situated up over here. Ooh. How did this window pop up? There we go. So this droid cam over here, so that is actually my old Google Pixel 5, or is it my Google Pixel 6? But in any case, it's up there with the ring light at the very top to illuminate more of the ceiling and the wall and stuff like that, and it's to give you a little bit more perspective for the space that I'm working in. Over here, it allows me to get back to, the shelf, the back wall, or even just kind of seeing a different angle as I'm kind of going through the unboxing. And of course, the primary cam that people are sort of looking for is this top-down view. So you can see, when I'm grabbing an action figure, you can see what's on the desk. And we can see that in some pretty good focus with my new toy, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And last but not least, again, you can see it on my person, this DJI mic, which came with my creator kit. So that is what I'm using moving forward. So we'll see how everything sort of works, but let me know what you think about the audio balance, about everything else that's kind of going on, and also some of the new content. If you want to see more reboxing, unboxing, part swapping, gaming, more interviews and stuff like that, all those comments are super helpful to me. I started off with, I think, more YouTube videos and stuff like that, more edited YouTube videos, but I'm likely going to be moving into, again, more shorts and lives going into the rest of the year when possible. So Mondays, 8 to 10 is typically when I'm going live. As mentioned, this one went a little bit longer because they started late, but I hope you dig this video. Again, make sure to give it a like, a subscribe. Make sure to use promo code TOYBACON at Titan Toys. That's Titan Toys with a Z.com to save 5% off your next purchase. And we will see you on the next stream. See ya.